You didn't know?
No, that's why it was just easier for me not to. I know it was a chicken.
Yeah, I know you.
It was a chicken way out. But
well, because it.
But it's different. She knew who she wanted to put up. She could have just gone whack whack. Whereas I would have been sitting there. I'd have had to go on through what Davo went through. Probably copped a bit of abuse.
Yeah, it's not nice.
But at the time, I probably would have pulled a Mario. I had no flipped.
Pulled a Mario. I love that. So I'll just pull a Mario.
And at that stage, I just thought, like, yeah, it's about like I don't really care if I go up and I go home. Then I go home. And I was in one of those moods where I didn't want to be here if the pub didn't want me here anyway.
Yeah.
So I thought I was dead set certainly to go. That's where now.
Didn't look fucking anyone.
But yeah.
She
did like you, Joyce. In fairness, I know what she did was horrible, but she never said a bad word about you ever. I know you think she's a bitch and that, but never ever did she say a bad word about you. She really did like you.
Yeah, I did really like her until I got betrayed.
Yeah, I know that, but like in her defence, like she never ever said a bad thing about you ever.
No, she just.
Not one thing.
I'm glad you just sorted me out, man, because I would have gone, up against you, I would have gone. Especially that early on.
That's why I was so hurt about it all, John James.
That would have changed the way things panned out quite well, wouldn't it?
Hey?
That would have changed the way things panned out quite well.
Yeah, I knew. Josie was there when we were having the convo about. We didn't know we were allowed to talk about who, but she indicated that she was going to swap you, and I was like, if you're going to do that, then I'm not throwing shit.
Anyway, Mario got it hard, so let's speak to him. Thanks for the chat, Sam. That's definitely eased my mind.
I think someone went to the hut just then, maybe Corin, but alright then.
Cheers, Sam.
No, no problem.
But then she had a mind change because she thought that I would go home. I would go. I didn't do anything. I just fucking.
No, that's good of you.
If she put me up against that.
How good you look now because you took a picture.
Everyone gives you a right.
Oh my god.
It's only because of the way he's laughing that he
Who
looks.
is that guy?
Everyone gives me a hard time. There's such a beautiful boy on there. Just a little bit fat. A bit portly.
Look at Sammy's pick. I think they could have done better with your pick, Sammy. I think they could have made you look a little bit more devious than that. Put your hat on sideways and that.
I think he's pretty good.
I'm not even wearing a hat. I wasn't even wearing a hat that day.
I bet the best one for me was Keely. That was the best. She looked like an outright bitch shot hers. And she was not happy. But that's how she came in, though. That's not how she was in the end.
Definitely had a bitchy photo.
But that's how she came in. So I believe that's how she was in her audition.
I went, Keely, look at what they've done to you.
But when she first came in, if I could take a photo, that's what she would have been portrayed as. But as time went on, you realise that she wasn't like that. But when she first came in, I thought...
Broke her down a bit and she was alright, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, but when she first came in, I thought, yeah, that photo sums you up beautifully. Corin's, I think they could have given her a bit of a smile, like a laugh, rather than a...
I can't be arsed to listen to the same
I can't be bothered
monotone bullshit.
And then they put me foot in it like...
Yeah. Number 2 should be number 3.
I'm trying to do well. I was like, this, well, I'm not bothered anyway. It's only like 9 people in it. I think I'm more bothered about the public thing. And then he's like, I thought, oh, Corin, why did you say that? Oh, I thought, stop going on.
Are you okay with it though?
I really couldn't give a shit. Like,
that's good.
well, obviously, it like bothers me a little bit, but only the fact when we sat there, it's like, well, I won't want to be the most fakest. I know he's number one on this, and I was just thinking, like, don't be nasty about it. It's a game, nobody likes it. Nobody obviously wants to be the shit end of the stick. I got most of the shit end of the stick, and that's fine. Like, I know I've got friends in here, and those that aren't my friends, and it's just a game, innit? But you don't have to make people feel bad about a shit game.
Let me just explain. When I was up there doing mine, and I had to put forgettable, I only put you near the top because you're not an argumentative person.
Yeah.
And you don't really create like waves in the house in terms of like arguments and stuff like that.
And you don't.
That's why I put John James at least forgettable, because he is an argumentative person.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't, you know, my thoughts towards you.
Yeah.
It's how I thought the public might see you, because you don't argue that much.
Right.
It's not. I would never forget you.
Yeah.
But do you understand what I mean?
Right, yeah, I understand and look at it like
All
that,
what you need to do is run down the fire accidents and pretend to cry.
Exactly. That's exactly right. That's why I put John James as the least forgettable, and you near the top.
To leave.
I mean, I'm
threatened to leave and shed
gutted
some
that I come,
crocodile
like,
tears every
second
few weeks.
fake.
Yeah, I'm gutted that I
shit.
came third fake.
Yeah, I'm like really gutted about that, but like, what can you do? You can't let it get to you. If people think that about you, then they think that.
Fake's got to be the worst one, and we did quite bad.
I know, and everyone knows it's the worst one. No one would want to come first or second. Sam's quite strong, and it doesn't really bother him.
Sam's not bothered, but I'm bothered.
But what bothers me is when you sit there, and obviously everyone knows that's the worst one. Like, you feel shit that you come third. I feel shit that I come second on that. Who's going to be right up there on the board with this? You know, it's not me trying to whack on fire exit doors and pretending I want to break out of it. If you want to go out of it, just go and see Big Brother and they'll shut you out. You know, what the hell?
The fakest
I'm
people.
not getting into all that.
The fakest people have ended up in the least fake section.
What makes me think is like how someone's mind works is obviously what they must think. Otherwise, why put them points across? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, like,
they're just jealous they're not desperate like we are to
constantly
win.
go on about the game and to constantly know this and to know that and keep going on. That's how your mind works. Not everybody in the group minds. Everyone works differently. Like, you picked your example then and told me that's the most forgettable, which is like, that makes me think, oh, like, I've got more friends in here than that I thought. Not more than what I thought, but I was thinking, oh my god, I was thinking like, yeah, like, why they all have ended up with all these crap ones, but someone's got to take the crap ones.
Yeah, I can't wait to forget about some people in this house.
But I don't like people that have to make people feel bad.
Sooner the better.
You know.
Thanks, sorry.
No, not
I
you.
was thinking because I had the most forgettable, apparently.
I mean,
you're one of the least I put for mine. And you.
To sit there though, when you know, like, everyone blatantly knows fake is the worst, but then to sit there and keep like grinding down that person. Oh well, we know he's going to be like. Well, we know he's the most fake. Yeah, but no, that's why I just laughed it off. Like, oh well, it's got to be me, you know, my fake boobs and that, and just made it look like I didn't even understand the question.
Also, I think what makes me look like a right prick is when I was doing forgettable, I put myself as like fourth, but I was really the most forgettable, you know.
You forgot to put yourself first.
Yeah, I should have put myself.
I wouldn't worry about it, Andrew.
I wouldn't, because the people in here, we don't know what's going on outside. You know, I know if I was at home watching the show, I would find you hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious with the one-liners that you come out with the things that you do. You know, just because, and not in this because you describe yourself this way as a geeky kind of lad, but with a top sense of humour that proper has a laugh, you know, like, and not just like with the watermelon things, just the things like, no, just, you know, everything, like, you know, and like the dance we've done together and stuff like that. Like, people don't so much put the two together, but it works really well, and I think that makes you look like a comical, really comical person.
Oh, I pressed the buzzer, didn't I? So just a little chat about the task. Oh, shit like that.
I think all of us, like, we may take it to heart, but then that's probably because we're more sentimental people. Like, especially you take it to heart and show it. I take it to heart and don't show it. You show it a little bit, you know. And there's some people in there that act like, well, I don't give a shit, but obviously them that act like are the ones that give the biggest shit and the bullshit that don't bother about it and people's feelings. When they can see people are down, you don't constantly grind and going, oh, what a shit, yo, you are a bad loser, you know. No one would want to be a bad loser. Just don't do it.
Sorry.
I'm not the loser one, for example, but you know, but just don't take it to heart.
No, well, you look at the bright side. You came higher than me in the entertaining factor, but my argument for that is, why should I be entertaining for half the house I don't even want to be around?
Yeah, you make me laugh. But the thing is, like, we played this game, it must have stopped about 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's made everyone feel shit, like,